I understand that you get a lot of unfollows for a lot of reasons, but you will always get unfollows regardless of the quality of your video. People will always unfollow you if you happen to pop up on their feed and they don't remember why they followed you in the first place, or they just changed their mind about whether or not they should keep following you. There's no problem with that. The thing that I want you to pay attention to is how many people are following you after posting a single piece of content. For example, you might get 4 new followers and 4 new unfollows. That is bad, for example, in this scenario. But if you gain, for example, 19 new followers because of a single video on TikTok, for example, that means something. Like if you're getting the same reach and now people are following you more than they did in the past, you got a higher conversion rate, that means something. That means even if you get 24 unfollows in this case, this is still better. There's, action when it comes to your account. You're not stagnant like you were before. People are always going to unfollow you. That is fact. But make sure that you are gaining more followers than the amount of followers that you were gaining when people were unfollowing you less. Like, you didn't freak out when 4 people unfollowed you. You said that's no big deal. Yeah, but you only gained 4 new followers. So the net result is 0. And you keep being like this for like a year. That is not something that means that your account is growing. You will remain stuck at the same number of followers, maybe for years. But if you are gaining followers at a rapid rate, even if you are getting unfollows at an even higher rate, as long as there is action when it comes to your account, it means there is hope. And now you have a higher potential and chance to grow on TikTok or any platform, for example. At some point, the number of new followers will exceed the number of unfollows. Don't freak out. Don't stop posting because now you're getting even more unfollows than you used to get in the past. Because now, even if you're getting less new followers than the number of new unfollowing that happens to you after posting every video, you are now growing at a better rate. Now people can follow you more because now the algorithm knows where to put your videos, because you have the same reach, or something close to your previous reach, but now people are coming in more. People are living in more because your video is being sent to more people from your old followers. So now they have a reason to unfollow you. You popped up in their feed and they no longer like you. In the past, they had no reason to unfollow you because you didn't appear in their feed in the first place. So why would they unfollow you? They are unaware of your existence. They are not sticking around because they still love you. They forgot all about you. And now, when people engaged more with your video, your followers now came across your video in their feed, and now they had a reason to unfollow you. They no longer love you for some reason. Like, you stopped being cool. They weren't sticking around because they were true fans, or they were okay with what you do, and now they stopped liking what you did after the last video. So you gotta stop trying to go in that direction. Like, this last video sucked. I'm not gonna do anything like it in the future because my fans hated it. They didn't love your previous content either. They hated all your content, but they had no chance of voting against your content in the past because the engagement that you got in the past was so low, your video didn't appear in the feed of your followers in the first place. So they had no saying in the matter. They had no chance to tell you they no longer love you or want to follow you. It doesn't mean your older content is better and you should keep sticking to it because this is what made your fans or your followers stick around and not unfollow you. No, you might be doing better now, and that's why people are spending longer time with your video. You have now a higher audience retention, better engagement, and that's why your video is being pushed to virtually all of your followers, to the extent that all of the sleepy ones all those who never interacted before with your content are now waking up. Who is this guy? And they end up unfollowing you. So please don't change what you're doing because you're getting massive unfollowing suddenly. Look for the other statistic. Look for the other item, which is how many new people are following you. That doesn't happen unless you're being pushed through the For You page or through the algorithm in new people's feeds that weren't following you in the past. And you got 24 new people telling you that you're so good they have to end up following you or subscribing to your channel. This means you are now doing something great. This never happened before. Like you gained 24 followers in a year in the past. Now you're getting them in 5 minutes or the same day, one day, because of a single piece of content or a single video. What does that tell you? That you're going in the wrong direction because you're getting more unfollows now? People hate what you're doing now and you've changed suddenly and they no longer approve of what you're doing, so you need to go back to what you were doing earlier? No. 24 new people are telling you that they like what you do, even if 50 unfollowed you. These people never liked your old content in the first place. So you need not freak out because of that. They never told you how much they hate you. They were asleep. Never has your content before showed up in their feed because it got so low engagement and so low audience retention. It never occurred to them to tell you that your content sucks. They didn't comment. They didn't leave a dislike to your video on YouTube. They did not find any reason to unfollow you because they were unaware of your existence, because your videos never popped up in their feed in the first place. They weren't your fans. Don't freak out. Those true fans that have been sticking around with you for 2 or 3 years did not leave you because of what you did. They were unaware of your existence since the moment they subscribed to you, for example. So don't freak out and keep going. The single most metric that you should care about is, are you getting better engagement than you were getting in the past? Is the number of likes significantly higher than it used to be? It used to be like 2 likes. And that was like, oh my God, that was huge. I used to get 200 views, the basic views that you get on TikTok, but with 0 likes. And when you got 2 or 3 likes, it was like phenomenal. Now you get 23 likes. That is supposed to mean something. It is not just how much people have followed you. Is it they liked the video or not? Yeah, vanity metrics matter. You don't have to be proud of yourself. You don't have to make fun of other people who don't have, but they mean something. They measure something. That's why the algorithm decided to rely upon them to determine whether or not your content is doing good. If it meant nothing, the algorithm would look for other measures or other metrics that actually meant that your content is good. So do not underestimate these vanity metrics. So the likes, are you getting significantly higher likes than you used to get in the past? Are you getting a better audience retention than you used to get in the past? People used to scroll past your content after 3 seconds. Are they now sticking around until the end of the video, or maybe even better, watching the same video several times? That is something. That means that they like what you're doing. Are they now leaving comments? They might not leave comments, but you will still feel that you are getting better engagement overall. Some people are sharing, some people are saving, some people decide to save a video without even liking it. So humanity is not always rational. Like, why on earth would you save a video and share it but not leave a like? So it doesn't mean that you hate this piece of content. It just means that you're a regular consumer who's in there for their own pleasure. They just want to have fun. They don't care about, proving to the system that your content is amazing. That is not their priority. Sometimes they feel pushed to do this anyway when the video is really that good. So they can't not like this video. They have to show the algorithm that this thing is good. They want to really support you. But if that didn't happen, it doesn't mean that your content is bad. So please don't switch your content if you don't get those metrics. But if you suddenly started to get those metrics in much greater numbers than you used to in the past, this means that something has changed. Please don't ignore that and hesitate to keep going on that pathway because your older fans or your older followers seem to disagree with you. Make the most out of this moment and take advantage of this opportunity. Now you finally realized what works for you. What worked for the others, you have been trying it for years and it didn't work for you. And now you are finally getting action and you're finally getting recognized by the algorithm. It means that this thing in particular is starting to work for you. Analyze it and study it and understand it and try to duplicate it in the future, and don't freak out. And yes, you can measure how well you're doing with the algorithm through looking at your analytics. That is fine. You don't have to be like that kind of artist that works in the shadows and doesn't care about the engagement metrics. No, you can you realize that you are doing good because now you're getting better likes. There's nothing wrong with that. Your reach matters. The number of comments you're getting matters, and the quality of the comments. That is the best engagement metric that I like because it tells you what they really think. Someone might leave a like, but what kind of like? Tell me, why do you think my content is good? What did you disagree with something? Tell me about it. So the comments give you a more accurate measure of whether or not what you said resonated with people, because they tell you exactly how they feel, even if what they're telling you is fake or made up or not true, or they're just straight out lying because they don't care. Yeah, you don't have to trust the comments 100%, but at least they're expressing how they feel about it. Even if they're being hypocritical in the comments, at least they're telling you something. So yes, it's not just the number of comments you're getting, it's what people are actually saying in the comments. If you found something that suddenly changed when it comes to the engagement metrics that you're getting, please stop and notice what is going on and quadruple down on what you're good at.